Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today we are back with day 2 of Reindeer Games. Today is time for a dance party. If you want to know all the info, you can go back to day 1 and watch. I don't want to go into it on every single video, but each day there is a new prompt to create a layout. And there's also an embellishment challenge each day. There's also a chance to win the embellishment of the day if you leave a comment on this video. And days 1 through 12. And it is all over on the Facebook group. There's also games. It's a whole party over there. So definitely go over and join. It is linked below. I have an awesome group of YouTubers that are also joining me to share their prompts, their take on the prompts each day, and the playlist for that is below. Also, my chaos coordinators are also have also done a layout each day, so I will be showing you their take on the prompts. They do not have to be Christmas themed at all. You can scrapbook whatever you want. It does have to be a completed layout. But after all of that, let's just get started. This is day 2 of Reindeer Games. And today is Dance Party to Jingle Bell Rock. So it says get ready to shake your tail because it's time for a reindeer dance party. Inspired by Jingle Bell Rock, the reindeer are having an all-out dance-off and the music is rocking around the craft room. Your challenge is to create a layout featuring music. Think lyrics, music notes, records, or dancing photos. Let your page groove with rhythm and sparkle like the lights on the dance floor. Turn up the holiday tunes and let your creativity rock, jingle, and roll. So, your prompt is to create a layout featuring music. Do your own take on it. You could do a concert, you could do marching band, you could do a song, you could just add music notes, like it says, dancing, a dance, homecoming, all kinds of things. So, your take on featuring a layout featuring music. So, this is my layout that I created. And it is a Brooke in her uniform. This was right before the Christmas parade. I am doing all of my layouts Christmas, but like I said, you totally do not have to. And I just wanted to show you guys, I did stitch around the edge using a different stitch than what I've ever used on my sewing machine. And it's interesting. I like it. I felt like it kind of looked like a heartbeat since, you know, music has its own little heartbeat. I created this little pocket with all the music spilling out and jingle bells and all the Christmas words, which are some of the songs. It was cold, but some of the songs that they play. And then, you know, Brooke with her saxophone. And I did add some shimmer. I used a 49 and Market paper for my background. And I used several dyes. So, let me show you what my chaos coordinators created, and then we will be back to do the embellishment. So, our embellishment we are going to create, I know this looks like a lot, we are going to create a pocket. So, your challenge today for the embellishment challenge number 2 is create a pocket of Christmas cheer and incorporate music. So, like with this one, I'm doing a Christmas themed pocket. Think, it does not have to be a letter. I'm using a letter die that I have that looks like a actual envelope. You could have a actual like jeans pocket and have stuff coming out. You could add music to it by adding jingle bells. It makes a noise. You could add music notes. Be creative. I cannot wait to see what kind of embellishment you create. So this one is going to be fairly simple. It is a die that I got from, is it Global Land or something like that? They sponsored me, and it was very hard to put together, and it actually didn't have both pieces, so you had to flip it over and reverse it. But I thought about this when I wanted to have a pocket of something spilling out. I did create these flowers and these poinsettias. This is also a die I had. This was a printable I just layered. And then I have some of these that I showed on yesterday's video when we created the Christmas tree. So I just used some of those for the centers of the flowers. So if you leave a comment, you'll be entered to win this whole little thing we're creating. And I'm kind of not going to actually create a whole lot of it, because I don't know, you might want to use it differently than I did. Here's this little music note banner. It kind of bugs me because I could never get this thing to cut correctly on my old die cut machine, but I have an electric one now, and I guess it applies more pressure and it cuts better in general. So this one actually cuts out now, but I realized some of the music notes are upside down, and that drives me crazy. I don't know. Maybe they're supposed to be. I don't know how to read music. I should probably ask Brooke, because she could definitely tell me. But anyways, so I had lots of different music dies, and I just cut out a bunch of notes. I did them in yellow. If you wanted to change the color, I did them in yellow. I did them in white. If you wanted to change the color, you totally could. I also have this little jingle bell die, and it's fabulous. This is it. I haven't even ever took it apart. I just leave it together and do it all at once, and then I get all different sizes. And they actually have a little hole in them, so you could actually run a little string through if you want to. But there's a bunch of these, but this is the little pocket part, and I am going to put it together. And so this is your pieces for it. And like I said, the die is not correct, so you have to flip one over upside down to get your extra piece. So I did put some foam on one part of these, and then the other part, my glue is sticking. The other part I just glue. So I'm gonna put that on there, and then whoops, it goes on this side. Just kidding. Okay. I have to say, I did have a little piece of tape on here showing me so I'd stay in frame. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this one. And you're pretty much just creating what looks like an envelope. And then I put foam on this part so that this part could be popped up. And this foam tape is easy enough to just peel up a little bit if you want to, because I'm not gluing it. Like if you need to tuck something, if you wanted to, like say tuck this down in there, like more, you could just easily pull this up so that you can tuck stuff under it. But that is the envelope. And then I didn't like that it didn't have an edge because I wanted it to look decorative. So what I did was I just took this and I just cut around it. So I just took a piece of white cardstock and I kept the edges straight, and then I went up and gave a little bit of extra room around the flat part. Now you could totally trace this on there, but y'all know I'm lazy and I just hold stuff and guesstimate and eyeball it and mark it with my finger and you know, all the things. And I'm just going to glue this on. And it's going to go like that, so that just looks like it's the decorative strap inside, you know, and then it could be folded down. But that's going to be the little pocket, and then you could do this up any way you choose. So, I mean, it could be super pretty, you know, you could have this coming, it's hard to see it with me having a white table, but, you know, you could do all kinds of little things, but you don't, like I said, you don't even have to create this type of pocket. You could create a library pocket, a hidden pocket with something in it. But you need to create a pocket full of Christmas cheer. It does have to be Christmas or winter themed. I am extending it to winter because some people I know don't celebrate Christmas. So it can be winter themed or Christmas, but it has to be a pocket of Christmas cheer that includes music somehow. So if you leave a comment, you'll be entered to win all of this little goodie pack here, and you can use it any way you want to on your page. And like I said, here's my layout. I hope that you guys are inspired. I hope you're having fun and can play along. You have all month to complete the challenges. So come over and join us on the Facebook group and let me know what you think. Leave a comment so you'll be entered to win this. And come over and play on the Facebook group so you can be entered to win all the things and play the games that are happening every day. Some of them are time sensitive, so definitely hop over there and check us out. Thanks for hanging out, and until next time, bye y'all.